What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the No Face Crypto channel. Where there's no face, there's no guys. You feel me? I'm not even wasting time today. I'm getting right into it. I told y'all I was gonna snap. I told y'all I was gonna crash out. Well, that time is here. I'm crashing out. So let's start from the beginning. No, let's not even start from the beginning. Y'all can go ahead and watch the previous videos, alright? So here's what we're gonna do. I noticed something in the last document I looked at. Now I'm going to show you guys how I got to that document before we even start. No, we're getting right into it. I'm snapping. I told you I'm snapping. This is investigation number 3. Let's go. All right. As you can see, Sam, his real name is Samhad, by the way, but we'll get into that later. All right. Sam and his brother, Sahan Thapalai, they are both clear associates with Zebec Network. We cannot argue against that. We cannot. Okay. We all know this. Let's take Sahan here. We'll throw his name directly into Google. Alright? Now I'm going to show you guys what happened when I did this. Does this guy look like a trustworthy guy? I'm going to go ahead and just ask that question, and we're just going to leave that there. Now we can go down here, go scroll. Guys, eventually, if you look deep enough, you'll find a document that gets you to the agreement on the British Virgin Islands. It doesn't take too long to find this document, alright? So we go ahead and find this document. Now, I looked over this document again. And you know what? I'm not even going to say what I was about to say. I looked over this document again, okay? Now, obviously, if you guys watched the last investigation by now, I hope you have watched that and the other previous investigations. We know about the alleged money laundering. We know about all the allegations at this point, the MEV bots, the insider wallets, the low liquidity period with a 300 whatever market cap project. All right, we know about all these allegations at this point. It's not looking good so far, and just to prepare this, we're gonna get Google Earth ready. See, I didn't get a good PC for no reason. I got a good PC to duplicate tabs of Google Earth. What we're going to do is we're going to throw in 3 addresses here. Now what these addresses are, oh my god, guys, this is about to get so interesting. I told you I was going to crash out. I told y'all I was going to crash out, bruh. Well, I'm crashing out. So I don't want to know. Nah. Y'all tell me what you think in the comments right now what I'm about to bring up. This is in real time. I don't care. I don't know how long this investigation is about to be. I'm just snapping right now. So here's what we're going to do. We know the associate, Sahan. We know this document out of the British Virgin Islands is registered under his name as a ghost company for Zebec Labs Limited. Here's what's really interesting here. You go to page 5. We're getting right into it, y'all. Lock the fuck in. You go to page 5 here. It says platform operator here. And as you guys, this is a valid document looked over by lawyers. This is a real registration for Zebec Labs Limited out of the British Virgin Islands, okay? Now, in legal documents, you have a whole terms for definitions and interpretations of terms used in documents when it comes to like real legal stuff, guys. Alright? Just because it's legal to do doesn't mean it's morally correct here. Alright, so as you can see, one of the definitions here is platform operator. Well, second look, when you look over this document, platform operator is from Kalki Inc. They are a Delaware corporation doing business as Zebec Protocol. Ladies and gentlemen, lock the fuck in. Are you guys ready for this investigation? Obviously, you guys can hear my voice. I know you guys can assume I'm probably from the United States. Alright? I do not currently live in the United States, but I can tell you right now, 100%, 100%, I know exactly what they doing up in Delaware. I know exactly what they doing up in Delaware. If y'all want me to tap in, if y'all want me to really tap in, and go to the source and bust this investigation down for real, y'all let me know. I can't do it for 100 subscribers. Maybe 500. I'll go ahead and blow up. I'll go ahead and go crazy. Alright, but let's dive into this a little bit deeper. First things first. We're going to take this little side zone here, and we're going to find their original address in the British Virgin Islands. And again, first things first, I'm going to just show you guys. This ain't good, and y'all already know this. This is the building right here. Excuse me, this is a building right here that Zebec has ran out of. This is their ghost shell company out of the British Virgin Islands. I can assume here, pretty confidently, multiple shell companies ran out of this address in the British Virgin Islands. And maybe we can go ahead and look into this a little deeper in the video, but there's something I need to do first. We're going to get into it right now. This is the serious stuff I was talking about, and I'm not even laughing anymore. But I am officially crashed out, guys. This building, like, it's suspect. It's suspect. FTX was ran off of an island. It's not like, guys, right now, Ripple headquarters. You can find them right now in San Francisco. They open soon, guys. They open soon, and they have a beautiful building. You guys can find this in real life. In real life. Come on, come on. This is a real building, guys. Whatever. Y'all know they have a real headquarters. Y'all know they have a real headquarters, okay? I don't have to go ahead and look at this. What's this about? What is this about? All right, let's dive into the next part. All right, as we can see here, we have an attorney listed. All right, the Rodman Law Group out of Colorado that overlooked this document. All right, the shady lawyers are everywhere, man. You pay people enough money, they'll do a job for you. Okay, we're gonna come back to this group here. We're gonna come back to the lawyer specifically that overlooked this document. And we can see here, attorney Dave Rodman. So they got the big dog himself. All right, this guy has experience funneling money to foreign islands. But we're gonna go ahead and dive into this a little bit later. Okay. Now, what I want to really do here is look into Kalki Inc. Someone's going to have to explain here what the fuck is going on. I'm just giving you the facts, okay? So let's go back up to it's one of the first documents here. Here we go. Platform operator. We can see here that they do Kalki Inc. does Zebec operations. It literally says doing business as Zebec protocol out of Delaware. Okay? Remind you, Zebec protocol right here says they're based out of California. So where in California is their headquarters? Someone tell me where in California is their headquarters. We're about to go crazy. We're about to go crazy. I'm about to snap on the. Oh my god. Okay. Kalki Inc., a Delaware corporation doing business as Zebec protocol. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and look Kalki Inc. up for you guys. I just want to let you know right now, this ain't gonna end well. All right. I looked at this yesterday. So Kalki Inc., as you can see here. All right. Kalki Inc. is a company with a registered address in Delaware, specifically at 651 Middletown, Delaware, Broadway Street. This location is likely a registered agent address for the company, as it's frequently associated with registered agent services, not necessarily the company's operational headquarters. I'm going to let you guys know right now. If you put 651 North Broadway, Middletown, Delaware on Google Earth, I'll let you guys know right now from real life experience. There is no Broadway Street in Delaware. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. 100%. And I'm going to show you guys an official SEC document showing their filing with an EIN number and the incorrect address to an operational facility out of Delaware. Guys, we're going crazy. We're going crazy. Promise you guys right now. All right. Let's take this. Where's Broadway Street? We have a Broadway Street in Indiana. We have a Broadway Street in Ohio. Like, there is no Broadway Street, guys. There is no Broadway Street. We'll look at every Broadway Street. We'll look at every 651 Broadway Street, guys. Kansas, New York, Illinois, Delaware? Delaware County, Indiana. There's no Broadway Street in Delaware. You guys are looking at me type it in real fucking time. But you know what there is in Delaware? But do you know what there is in Delaware? Broad Street, Middletown, Delaware. But we're going to go to this later. We're going to go to this in just a second, guys. You have Kalki filing through the SEC. We're going to go ahead and throw this up, and I can just show you in an SEC document that they put the incorrect address in an SEC document, and it's going to get very, very, very interesting when we take a real look at this, okay? As you can see here, we have Kalki Inc. We can see all the company filings. You can see right here, 651 North Broadway Street in Middletown, Delaware. All right, not valid, not valid. All right, we'll go ahead. Notice of exempt filing. All right, as you can see here, the Securities and Exchange Commission has not necessarily reviewed the information in this filing and has not determined if it's accurate and complete. The reader should not assume the information is accurate and complete. Gentlemen, why would there be an official document out of the British Virgin Islands, okay, signed off by a lawyer, mind you, with an incorrect, like, Calci Limited, alleging Calci Limited as operational facility for Zebec, and an incorrect address on an SEC document? You think this lawyer doesn't know that the SEC is not going to look at every single individual address in a document? You think the SEC has time to do that? You think they know that Broadway Street doesn't exist in Delaware? You guys are giving too much credit to the SEC here. All right? They're the ones who sued XRP. They don't know what they're doing. This address is not an address, and this is a form filed through the SEC. It says in the top here, this is not accurate information. They didn't even double check this information. As you can see here, we have Sam Bob Thapalaya. This is all public available information, so y'all can't even get mad at me. All right? We have a street address with the postal code for, this is for mail, okay? Guys, this address here, we're going to get into it later, but is this what they mean when they say Zebec is based out of California? Because as far as I'm concerned, we'll check this address later, but this isn't a headquarters. This is a personal address here. And I will just say here, this is all publicly available information. All right, as you can see here, this is a public SEC document. And we can see here, the name of the issue of this filing is Calci Inc. out of Delaware. We have the address here. All right, an incorrect address of Broadway Street in Delaware, 651 North Broadway Street. As you can see here, 651 North Broadway Street is not a real address in Delaware. The only similar address to this in Delaware is 651 North Broad Street. And I can guarantee you this was done on purpose with the help of a lawyer. Guaranteed. All right, now we're going to dive into that a little bit later, but let's just type in the address that this actually is. All right, I want to go there. Bring me there now. This ain't Delaware. There we go. All right, guys, we're going. Oh boy, this is going to get good. As we can see here, this is a corporate office. All right, as you can see here, this is a blank office, and this is not specifically a Zebec headquarter. All right, 651 North Broad Street, Delaware. As you can see here in this document, or in this document here, 651 North Broad Street, Delaware, in Middletown. All right, Suite 206. Guys, if we go ahead, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do this. If we go ahead and throw this address into Google, the stuff that comes up is not good. This is not an office of Zebec. And why is there multiple businesses being ran out of the same exact address? All right. Give me 1 second here. We're going to go on Josh X's profile, okay? This guy has the same address alleged in another scam. This was a video game scam called Dreamland. All right, now this post gets pretty dark, and I'll just preface this by saying skip ahead for a minute if you don't want to hear this. All right. We have updates on lies from this Kickstarter. Basically here, they claim their address is 651 North Broad Street, Suite 206 in Middletown, Delaware, 19709. So what's the real likelihood here? All right, that they just did the incorrect address, or the same exact zip code, same exact town, same exact street number and suite, except for a way after the broad. All right, absolutely ridiculous. Which seems to be some virtual office, as many other businesses are found at this exact address. However, they claim to be physically in that space. I will go here physically if y'all blow this shit up. Swear to God. Take a plane ticket, I'm out. Swear to God. All right. The same address and the bank account for this is somehow linked to my bank account for my business Uber Eats account and has been collecting my payments. Guys, I'm locking in. This address has hundreds of fake businesses registered to it, and they're laundering hundreds of thousands of dollars. His address is connected to a scam. They tried to get my grandfather to send $35K. That's one more I discovered, but I figured out and reached Middletown Area Chamber of Commerce. They confirmed no such company and it does not exist. It's a scam. Alright? Some guy in Spain is using the same address in a fake company name to scam people. The person claiming to be able to help the crowdfunding campaign gave me a bank routing number, an account name, and account number with his address. Among the business is Extreme Solutions, which is a pornography production company that tortures and exploits migrant women in its pornographic videos, also agreeing prepaid card scam. Another prepaid card scam. An ex of mine has been stalking and bringing to my phone for years. My Apple Maps showed all this location through CarPlay, and this one of these locations is pinned. Alright guys, I'm not going to go a little bit deeper into this post, but we can even type in the address here on Google. Alright. Fortune Journals. What is this place? How are they out of the same office that Zebec is out of? That's odd, is it? Is it not odd? How is another scam company, Zios, already alleged out of the same exact address? No transfer, no refund, no answer on email, scam company. We lost several hours waiting for a transfer. What's going on here? It is a scam company address. Never wire Zelle or transfer money to any account with this address. 651 North Broad Street, Suite 206, Middletown, 19709, Delaware, USA. Scam company, no transfer. The most dangerous scammers are here. Watch out, they steal all your money. Shame on Wells Fargo Bank. They do not know who are these scammers and let them steal hard-earned money. Scammers, poor service at Wells Fargo Bank, guys. Guys, why are there so many businesses linked to the same exact address? Why are there so many businesses linked to the same exact address? Do we have to keep going? Do we have to keep going? Come on, man. Bellevue? They don't exist. Let's see. We have a bankruptcy. Clerk's noticing regarding filing of appeal. This is for a bankruptcy. And I am guessing this got filed to the ghost address in Delaware. Let's see here. We'll find it. Alright, so as you can see here, we have a connection here. 651 North Broad Street, Suite 206, P.O. Box 1040, Middletown. This is just a broad address for scam businesses to run out of, guys. 100% guaranteed. I mean, did I go on the fucking thing yet? Look. Where are the years at? I want to bring the years up here. I want to go down a few years. Alright, it's not going to let me see more dates here, but we have October 2022. Guys, I promise you right now, Delaware is a leading shell company state. You can launder a bunch of money out of Delaware. But Zebec operations are not ran out of here. They are not here physically. I can promise you that. And here's what I want to say here. What's more likely? That Zebec is just the one legit company running out of a ghost address that multiple scam and terrible companies are ran out of? Are you serious? Ask yourself these fucking questions, bro. I'm locked in. Investigation number 3. And we ain't done yet. Alright, guys. Here we have a communication provider history. This is from a communications company, Nebraska Public Service Commission. Alright, .gov. But as you can see here, we have a location for Middletown, Delaware. Same exact address. Dagoba Systems. Alright. What? Like, why is there a million companies out of the same address? Guys, what is this, Mr. Beast Burgers? Ghost Kitchen? This isn't... We're talking about a utility asset. You guys saw Ripple's headquarters. Where's Zebec's headquarters? That is all I'm saying. Dagoba Systems. Alright, so we go back to this paper here. And we have another address for Sam Thopalaya. Sam Bob. Related persons. And this was listed as a mail address somewhere else. But I'm going to go find another document for you guys just to double down. As you guys can see here, we have an EIN tax ID page. And we have the EIN number 4, Kalki, Delaware. Kalki Inc. out of Delaware. EIN number is listed right here out of the IRS. And we have the incorrect number that was listed on the incorrect address that was listed on the IRS document. As you can see, guys, like, it can be assumed 100% plausible deniability. That shit is the correct address. This shit up here is the correct address for ZBCN. Broad Street, not Broadway Street. So when you have a bunch of documents with incorrect addresses, what the fuck? And honestly, they're not even the only one. Here you can see the mailing address, and we have a mailing address here. This is Sam's Home address, I assume. I don't know. But we can see right here, related person is Sam Bob Thapalaya, and his address here in California. So we're going to go ahead and look into this address here, but I do want to point out something very, very, very important here. Under similar organizations tab, we have all of these different organizations listed under the same exact address, basically. The same exact address. Right here. 4 companies literally listed the same exact address, damn near the same suite. 2 out of the same suite, sync technology and digital spatial data. Guys, bullshit. I'm calling bullshit 100% right now. But let's stay on topic. Alright, as you guys can see here, when we throw in this address, the mailing address for Zebec. Alright, now this address is linked to Sam Bob Thapalaya, who is the CEO of Zebec himself, okay? So we throw this into the address, the address into Zillow, and we can see this is a $2 million home. You know, I guess this is modest for California, whatever you want to say. But CEO of a, I don't know where Brad Garlinghouse lives, okay? I'll keep that a stack. But, you know, look, we're gonna look at this in real time. I think it's a little suspect. So this is the mailing address for your corporation, for your company. Legit, the mailing address for the company. Okay. I'm giving you guys the facts. If you guys want the information, it's right here. We can see right here Lincoln Avenue. This is verifiably Lincoln Avenue. And we can see this is obviously the house that we have put in. Now here, I think I can see more dates. This is a little bit of a better picture of the home. Maybe what it looked like before. I don't think Sam was really around at this time. Still counts though. There we go. A little bit of a better view. Yeah, guys. So, why is the address for Zebec ran out of here? The operations ran out of Delaware. And a ghost company out of the British Virgin Islands. Ask yourself that question. Does it seem legit? Does it seem okay to you? Would you trust your money in all of these spots? I wouldn't, personally. Alright? You guys have to do some real thinking here, guys. What are we actually talking about here? Use your brain for a second and actually think about everything I've said in this video so far. Rewind and watch it. Seriously, think about it. Alright, guys. In real time, I'm going to use AI, ChatGPT, whatever. Y'all can hate on me, but in real time, I'm going to curate a conversation, alright, about Zebec. And what I'm really trying to get out here is, like, ask yourself the question, right? So what Zebec is trying to do, these cards, use these cards to pay in stable coins. Have you ever asked yourself why does the company Zebec even need ZBCN as the asset in the first place? Why? Why? Because I'm starting to think they don't even need it. I think it's a money wash. I don't think they even need ZBCN to do what they need to do on the cards. How does ZBCN enable the cards? Alright, so let's go ahead and ask this question. List out ZBCN operations. Blah, da, 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 da. Okay, so now we go, how does Zebec assist in these operations? Users pay network fees. Guys, I'm going to let this list out and we're going to go ahead and break down every single one of these in real time. So we have users paying transaction fees, staking collateral, incentives. Early adopters in DAO that use Zebec for payroll are often rewarded in ZBCN airdrops or grants, guys. We heard about how airdrops were linked to the last movement token scandal. And honestly here, like, I still don't understand why. Like, I know what the company Zebec is meant to do. The card is a great idea. But think about the asset ZBCN itself. You can use any other asset. Think about it. Alright? Crypto, debit card, and payment infrastructure. Utility tokens ZBCN are used to pay for card issuance, upgrades. Are you serious? and transaction rebates, card benefits access, holding staking a certain amount of ZBCN can unlock tiered rewards, cashback. So they're only rewarding people who hold the token. Like, you're getting rewarded for just putting money into it, and that's it. Like, there's no inherent value in holding it and hoping it gets utilized in the future. Right now, from what I'm seeing, that is just the truth. All right, voting rights, that's all BS. We all know that. Buyback engine, they bought back like a 14 million ZBCN last month. That's worth 50,000. That's literally nothing. Nothing. Get out of here. Token burns, staking yields. The yields are good. I won't lie. The yields are good if you stake Zebec. But again, the asset Zebec itself, like, what is it really doing to enable these cards? Because as far as I'm concerned, MasterCard can just get a crypto card. Like, what is Zebec? This is what I'm saying here. Right? So the operations of Zebec are very shady. Okay? They're very, very shady when you're questioning the Zebec token itself, the multiple locations, multiple addresses. Shit's getting weird. It's getting weird, guys. Alright, operational area, payroll streaming, card payments, ZPIN terminals, governance, deflation staking. Guys, this is all fluff. I'll let you know right now, this is not real utility. This is all fluff, and other assets can do this. Real utility assets can do this. Alright? What are we actually talking about here? Ask yourself that question. Please feel free, drop a comment, and let's have a conversation. Guys, as I am recording this video, I want to give a special shout out to You're Dead. You're Dead, you seem like a really cool guy. You always 12K views. Wow, you went viral, man. Guys, this guy is steady commenting on my channel, talking about you failed, this, that. I don't even know all his comments. I mean, they're really just it's a lot. I don't have time to go read them. But I just have to say, he's still gonna watch these investigations because he knows I'm right. He knows I'm right. So don't let these bots and these comments in my videos discourage you from the facts of this case. These are facts. These are facts. You guys can all go and find this evidence for yourself. Alright? But shout out to this guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and he can go ahead and keep commenting on my channel. I'm the one with the platform. He can go ahead and make videos if he wants to. I don't care. Alright, so, guys, Zebec is based out of California, is it not? Is this their headquarters over here? Up in Cali? Right down here on the street? So, California and California. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys the facts here. And let's not forget about everything I have said previously in this video as well. But if you want to go a little bit deeper, I mean, we can go a little bit deeper for you guys. If you want an investigation number 4, let me know. But I'm pretty sure the facts are already right in front of you. You guys can make your own opinions about it. I don't want to make this a Zebec channel by any means. But this kind of, fell on the plate. So I have to cover it. But we'll keep going deeper if they keep acting stupid. Along with their community. Guys, if you are in the community of Zebec, drop a comment on this channel. But understand, I'm just giving you guys facts here. I don't mean any hate. I'm not trying to hate the project. Alright? I hold a bag of Zebec. Is that crazy for me to say? Like, don't be one-sided. Don't be stupid. Alright? You gotta be open-minded when you're investing, and when you have digital assets, you need to hold a bunch of different types of different digital assets. But good exposure. If you don't have good enough exposure, is it even worth holding the asset in the first place? Alright? Look. Drop a comment on my video. Let me know what y'all think. We're gonna keep going in on this investigation, alright? Take a little water break real quick. Shout out to You're Dead. Yo, You're Dead, dude, you're so dumb. And I know you're gonna drop a comment on every single video I post on Zebec. Because this is what bots do. They post comments on every single video that is allegedly hating on their project without giving facts and information rebuttaling against all the facts that I have placed here. He doesn't have any explanation for anything I've said in any of my previous videos alleging Zebec and anything. Fuck out of here, man. People are ridiculous. But let's go a little bit deeper. Now, I want to take you guys all the way back to when this run started for Zebec. Alright, this Guy allegedly probably started a lot of the run to do with Zebec, and if you guys pay attention here, this isn't good. Given all the information I've discovered already, like, are you really trusting this shit? Are you really trusting this shit? But I'm gonna go ahead and play this so you guys can listen to this. There's 2 videos, okay?
It's the wee hours of the morning on Memorial Day weekend, and I have a serious question for the XRP Army. And I believe this information, if you listen to the entire video, will help you out. So if you are someone who holds XRP and you enjoy XRP content on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram, I have a question for you. If you were able to grab XRP, the token, not knowing where it was going today, below 1 penny, let's say it was 0.003. If XRP was 0.003, how much XRP would you try to acquire? Put that in the comment section. But I have something interesting for you right now that if you do your own research and you look into it, you might possibly have a second chance at being early on something that is similar to XRP. Guys, if you put Zebec network and XRP side by side, their numbers as far as the amount of tokens, right, are the same.
Guys, don't listen to people who say stupid shit like this. If anyone ever tries to use this as an argument, I'm finna slap them across the face, bruh. Some of the dumbest shit I have ever heard this guy is saying, guys. The number of tokens are the same. Yeah. You know what's not the same? The fucking liquidity that's locked up. XRP has 55% liquidity in escrow. Verifiably 100%. Y'all can check it out yourself. Zebec, 0. 0%. No liquidity is locked up. $1,400 locked up. Dead ass. 300 and something, 300 million, whatever market cap with no liquidity locked up and barely any liquidity at all. At all. As far as I'm concerned, this seems like a total front. But let's go keep watching the video.
Zebec network is doing something a little bit different than XRP. They're both good projects. But what we're trying to let you guys know here is you are early on Zebec network. I'll say it again. If XRP was 0.003, how much XRP would you try to acquire? And when you get that number in your head, I want you to think about ZBCN and imagine that was XRP. What would you do? Because right now, the ones who, if you know, the ones who got it, they are experiencing a trending token right now. ZBCN, Zebec network, which is, they're calling it the XRP of Solana, is up 250%. And the crazy part is this. It's still, the price of 1 ZBCN is still well below 1 penny. So XRP Army, united, we are more powerful. If everyone in the XRP Army held ZBCN as well, and if everybody in ZBCN held XRP, we are united together and we rise together. Don't miss this rocket ship. XRP, let's go. And ZBCN.
May 22nd. And if there's nobody in your circle, if there's nobody in your family talking about this, if you don't know what this is, and nobody around you is telling you about it, unfortunately, you're in the wrong circle. But because you follow me or you're coming across my content, today, you're going to be made aware of this. And you're going to do this by doing your own research on this right here. It's called Zebec Network. Even if you don't know what it is, even if it doesn't matter how old you are or what you look like, if you're in America and you don't know what this is, please do your research and do your research right now. It's important.
Alright guys, so he said do the research. So let's go ahead and summarize a little bit of the research we've done so far in this investigation. Now guys, before we get crazy, I just want to say everything I'm about to say is alleged here. And this doesn't really have anything to do with Zebec itself. We're going to get back to Zebec in just a second. but them same videos you guys just watched, that gentleman is linked to this meme coin community for Zebec. Cavalcavon. Cavalcavon, guys. Alright? You just saw it. You see me do it. Alright? So look. It says here, Cavalcavon is no longer a part of the launch of the Zebec community. Now, also, I believe he may have launched this meme coin in order to make it hard for people to like figure out about the meme coin. Basically, when you search money sign Zebec ZBCN, you're not gonna find a lot of this stuff. So this went really under the radar. All right, this meme coin Zebecian here was an absolute rug pull, 100% rug pull. Okay, this guy here, the video you just watched. Where are we going? This guy right here. Okay, this gentleman, he created the Zebec token right around the same time he was hyping up ZBCN itself. All right. Now this meme coin got completely rug pulled. Completely rug pulled. All right. As you can see here, making a new Telegram for Zebec and taking charge of it for Cavalcavon. I handed ownership to someone who supposedly told me they ran the whale chat of ZBCN. They modded the wrong people and they deleted Telegram, wrote back 2.5 million for new all-time highs. Guys, this was a complete rug pull at the time of him throwing these videos up on TikTok. He absolutely rug pulled this. And if you guys really want me to take a look at this, this is a connected wallet address. I'm not sure if this is his wallet. This is alleged. But if we take a look here, we can see dumped Zebec tokens for millions and millions. Alright? You don't believe me? Alright, and we also have XRF as well. As time goes on, these continue to dump. These continue to dump. Alright? Well, let's click on a Zebec. Alright, this went to this account. We can see 20k just got washed on a meme coin. Pump that fun, washed on pump that fun. Called Zebec. And this was hyped right around the same exact time this gentleman was hyping up ZBCN, the real ZBCN. Alright? Now this is how a lot of this hype started in the real ZBCN. Alright, people got caught up in these meme coins and stuff like that. Guys, ZBCN is nothing but a meme coin until we know furthermore. But let's jump back into the investigation and summarize. This was just a little side note that I noticed. Alright guys, just to go over this one more time for you guys, to bring it up into perspective. I don't want to hear any comments saying I'm incorrect and I'm not stating facts in this video. You want the facts? Here are the facts, okay? We have Zebec Network, 336 million market cap. For comparison, we're going to look at Popcat, 350 million market cap. This is a complete meme coin. I don't talk about meme coins. As you can see, they are pretty close in succession with each other in the chart here. All right, 350 million market cap versus $336 million market cap. Obviously, pure manipulation on Zebec's side. But we're going to go ahead and get into this. All right. So we pull up the rug checker for Zebec Network. All right, here we go. We have $49 of liquidity locked up now, and obviously we've had a little bit more liquidity added into the liquidity pool now since the making of this video and the last one. A little bit more than 200,000 in liquidity, but nothing is locked up. $50 in liquidity? Are you fucking kidding me? So I can go find the change and get it. I can go find change in my couch cushions and have more liquidity locked up in my liquidity pool than ZBCN. This is absolutely ridiculous. And just to compare, alright, here it's not even registering the market cap. It's not even registering the market cap right now. But this 100%, this is the correct token address and the contact address for ZBCN on Rug Checker. So, if we check the Rug Checker for something like Popcat, alright, $352 million in liquidity, which is similar to the liquidity of Zebec. We have similar supply to Zebec as well. And as you can see here, tons and tons and tons of more liquidity being dumped to the liquidity pool. Millions of dollars. And they are all locked up. Pretty much all locked up. 10 million, over 10 million, $11 million in liquidity locked up. I mean, and this is just when you're looking, comparing it to a meme coin. So how are they comparing and it has a good score on Rug Checker. A good score on Rug Checker. Last time we checked out Alchemist, and even Alchemist, a bad Rug Check score, which I'm not even relying on Rug Check. We were just looking at tokenomics here. But tokenomically, still had better liquidity locked up and bad. There was bad mint. Everything was bad with it. Still had better liquidity locked up than Zebec. Popcat is a fucking meme coin and it has better liquidity locked up than Zebec. So go ahead and ask yourself the question. You want the facts? You want the facts? Let's go deeper. Here's a bubble maps comparing Popcat to Zebec network. When you look at them side by side, guys, green is good, pink is bad. Alright, you can see how heavily centralized Zebec here is on the side. You can see how not centralized Popcat is here on the side. Alright, when you click through these wallets, alright, anything that's highlighted here has access to these other wallets. These are cluster percentages. These aren't good. This means it's heavily centralized. This means it is heavily centralized, guys. This isn't good. This isn't good no matter which way you cut it up, no matter which way you want to look at it. This is not good. As you can see here, nothing is highlighted on Popcat side. Nothing. Alright, there's some wallets with higher transfer volume. Obviously, it's a meme coin. But you don't see 66% cluster percentage with Popcat. Insane. We're down at like the 140s, guys. You're not seeing that. So, when you really sit here and think, it's not good, alright? And we can keep breaking it down even further. I'm just summarizing, and this is a good visual of what is actually going on here, guys. This is not good, no matter which way you want to look at it. I don't have to argue. I can just give you the facts, and here are the facts. Go look at bubble maps yourself. This is not centralized here on the right, Popcat. This is not terrible. Alright, meme coin, you can expect something like this. Not great, but it's not like terrible. You know what I'm saying? This is a meme coin. It's supposed to be like this. This is supposed to be a utility coin. Do you see the issue here? Alright guys, we are going to close out investigation number 3 with copy and pasting the SEC filing for Calki Inc. out of Delaware. Ghost company, by the way. We are going to summarize this filing with ChatGPT. So essentially, copy and pasted this. They said, yes, indeed, you've shared what appears to be a completed Form D filing amended with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, Calki Inc. Delaware-based corporation. Here's a concise summary and interpretation of key information. Okay? They had an offering here, $6 million, $4 million sold, and 1.6 remain. Minimum investment of $10,000. Total amount of investors is 27 investors. And essentially, this is proving insider right here. This is proving insider wallets have gotten involved here. We have at least 27 total investors. You cannot tell me that it's 27 crypto institutions that invested into Zebec. Cap. So, here we go here. I basically said, does this support the notion for insider investment before being brought to the general public? Alright? Yes. Form D. It does support that, okay? So here we go here. We go Form D, Section 506-C allows for general solicitation and advertising, but only accredited investors may purchase. All investors must be verified and accredited. This rule is commonly used after some early insiders or strategic investors have already committed capital, especially if a company wants to open fundraising to a wider accredited investor pool later. But gentlemen, the timing of this is highly suspect, okay? And exactly what were these people investing in? They were buying Zebec. Security exchange, they were buying Zebec. Alright? This is a clear pump and dump. Alright? So only 27 participants had participated at the time of the filing. That is consistent with a closely held early stage round before a broader market push. Yeah. What it doesn't show is the filing does not explicitly label any investors as insiders. Alright? But it doesn't list ownership percentages or the timing investment by insiders versus others. Guys, I'm telling you right now, this is highly suspect whether you want to look at it like this or not. Conclusion. Yes, the following strongly indicates that offering began with insider relationship-based capital and only later opened to a broader pool of accredited investors. This fits typical startup fundraising pattern, insiders, angels, public-facing raise. If you want to analyze, blah. Guys, whatever you want to say, this is clearly evidence that there is insider investment into Zebec, 100%. And this is literally under a Delaware corporation with a suspect address that has no taxes filed under it. Guys, I mean, do I have to go any further? the address to this corporation is not a real address that was listed through the SEC. Then we take that address, we find the correct address, and the address is linked to all these different scam companies. So you tell me, what's the percentage, given the market cap, given the locked up liquidity, given the AI photos, given everything, given everything I have covered so far, what is the likelihood that Zebec is really sitting there in this ghost office where all these ghost scam businesses run out of? All right, and the BVI document as well, British Virgin Islands Ghost Company as well. We have multiple things here. What's the likelihood that out of that Delaware office where their operation allegedly runs out of, what's the likelihood that they're the only legit company running out of there? Out of numerous scams, dozens, literally endless. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Use some logical deduction here, guys. All right? I'm going to close out this investigation, and I don't want to make this video too long, so I will close it out, guys. You guys tap the fucking subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and I will catch you guys in another video, possibly another investigation. See you guys later. You fail me. Fuck the bots. If you guys want me to go to the physical location of this Delaware office, alright, I need you to subscribe and tap in. I can't do this for nobody, alright? It's going to be on my own dollar. I got to fly all the way over there. I got to do a bunch of shit and go all in. But if you want me to go to this Delaware office and see if Zebec is really there, let's go. Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look. You guys are tripping. If you don't believe anything I'm saying and you can't see the facts that I'm laying out in front of you, absolutely tripping. But if you guys like and appreciate this channel, obviously, make sure you guys tap in, subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment. Alright? I'm just giving you guys the facts. I don't want to FUD a fucking project here. I'm just giving facts. Okay? I'm out.
On the brink of financial transition the world has never seen before. Pre-regulation, when regulation is coming soon. There is one company out there that appears to be playing dress up. Multiple wallets, multiple bots, multiple allegations. Everything that is about to come in this next video will be something never seen before. A scam so good, your mom would believe it. Coming soon, in real time, the scam.